Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out Raven's Hike. Raven's Hike is developed by Wired Dream Studio, published by QU Byte Interactive, and releases on April 28th, 2022 for a price of $3.99. Now, this is a platformer game, but it's a platformer game with a little bit of a different twist, and a twist that I think is a fun positive to a unique kind of puzzle game. So I'm going to dive in and show you a little bit of the game here. So we're at the main world here. I'm already 2 worlds in and working on other worlds. But each world has a doorways, and the way the game mechanic works is you don't move around, but you use this rope, and you navigate around with a rope. And everything you do while navigating with your rope allows you to move. Now, the thing to note with the rope is every time you move a direction, your next movement can't be the same movement that you just did without letting your rope kind of recharge. So you're going to have to kind of parkour your way around obstacles, avoiding danger and getting to the end of the doorways. Now, the first few levels in this game are going to honestly be pretty simple and easy, as you can see here, but the game will actually ramp up pretty well when it comes to the difficulty and sophistication of those levels, as you're going to have to start to figure out how to get around levels and then collect coins and everything all on one life, because if you take a damage in any way, you reset the level and start back at the very beginning. Now, I believe here in a level in just a second, we'll start to see the kind of coin implementation, which is more or less the little collectibles that you have to get to unlock the door. So you're going to have to use quick timing and proper movement to navigate around the areas. Um, all that being said, it brings a very unique gameplay experience to a platformer in a genre that honestly doesn't see, in my opinion, many changes, and I think this is something that's kind of unique to Raven's Hike. Now, as you can see here, here's kind of those little coins we were talking about. I can't progress to the end of this level until I get all of these coins. So I have to figure out a way to navigate around, pick all these up without triggering or dying, and get to the doorway. Now, as you do pick up the coins, there's going to be a few levels in each of the four main worlds that are going to have feathers that you have to pick up. They're these little collectibles. If you look at the top right on my screen, you're going to have some fun little stats. The top right is the feathers that you've collected total in the game, your deaths, and your total playtime. Now, this game does come at you with a little bit of a brutal side. The achievements are pretty straightforward. Play through the different areas, progress through the game, find all the feathers, beat the stages. You know, your typical clear it all achievements, but the game also asks you to do every bit of this in under an hour. So you're going to have to use your parkour skills to circumnavigate areas, figure out how new puzzles work, and really, to be honest, struggle and fail quite a bit until you figure out the best possible way to complete out a level without, getting yourself killed. And as you can see here, these later puzzles do get pretty intense and hard to figure out. You're going to have to do sequencing and proper movement to be able to set yourself up to succeed. And one mistake, as you can see here, will just set you completely back to the beginning. And that's kind of the unique presence of Raven's Hike, is it uses this one shot go don't screw up mentality approach to the game, and you have to figure out your best way to do that to collect those coins without failing, but also succeed at the exact same time. And it's just a puzzle and a juggle and an overall fun experience, all while frustrating yourself without you wanting to really break your controller. Now, this isn't going to be a game for everybody, but I think when it comes to interesting puzzle style games, this is actually a really good gateway game to games like Super Meat Boy or any of these other super complex, hard to navigate style games that, coming in at an under $5 price point, is a really hard thing to really have much to complain about. Outside of just, man, do you really suck or are you bad at certain puzzles? What's it going to come down to? Can you figure it out? And that's just the struggles of how this game's going to kind of ultimately work, I think, for most people. For me, it comes down to I just suck, and I'm just going to struggle and work my way throughout these games a bunch until I either give up or I try to get as many of the achievements as I possibly can. And, that's just the joy of these games, because you're just going to get to do that very thing. Get as many achievements as you possibly can, figure out those unique puzzles, and really step yourself up to the next level and have fun doing it. I think Raven's Hike overall does a great job at packaging everything into just one good toolbox. The controls are very fluid. The gameplay and handling is perfect. I really don't see anything to complain about. It gives you that subtle nuance of trying to understand these new simple mechanics while being able to struggle and fail all at the same time and rinse and repeating. But it's not asking anything that's too overly demanding of even the most hardcore gamers down to the most casual gamers, and it's all done in just a really cute package. I will note that one thing that the developers do like having called out is all these levels are uniquely drawn. So you get a really cool, vibrant, unique experience with every level you're going to encounter. You're not really working at this same crazy, you know, overly topped worlds. You just have really an awesome, beautiful aesthetic and a game that I think you can really just enjoy and have a lot of fun with. Overall, I definitely think as far as a buy sell pass, Raven's Hike in my book is definitely worth buying. If you do want to see a little bit more gameplay, we'll have a video here on the channel in the coming days that'll kind of showcase the most of the first chapter, so you can kind of see what that's like, see a little bit of feathers and experiences there. But yeah, outside of that, if you have any questions, want to know more about the game, as always, please let us know down below in the comments. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you next time. Have a great one.